Alright, hey, I'm back doing another song that I wrote when I was like 16 years old. It's called Summertime, and let's do it. Well, howdy. You tuned in for another episode. It's 5:51 a.m., March 4th. My camera keeps shutting off, not sure why. My speaker in my studio keeps popping and sounding like it's gonna break. And the best part about that is your boy is still jobless. But I'm gonna do what I do best, and that's make videos and use these speakers. Because, you know, they're breaking. But no, seriously, trying to stay positive. I had this idea when I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers last night. No, I think it was a couple nights ago. Doesn't matter. Anyways, had this idea when I was watching one of their videos. I was like, I can't make out what they're saying on this part, and their video would sound so much better if they did like these one or two things. And I was like, wait, they probably don't know, so I should hit them up. And I was like, wait, I could probably make a lot of YouTube sound much better. I should hit them all up. Maybe I can land some gigs. So I hit the old whiteboard, made a goal for myself to try and hit up at least 5 new people every day. Right now I'm gonna jump on YouTube, find some channels I think I could help out, figure out how to download their video, get arrested, get out of jail, clean up the audio, send them the example, and hopefully land some gigs. I'm good at throwing Hail Marys, so cool. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Internet's not working as well. Computer's working better now. Figured out how to download YouTube videos. I feel like that's so wrong. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. But just trying to get some work, you know, show examples. So I'm gonna download these videos. I'm going to edit the audio, see how long it takes me so I can figure out a price, and then send out some emails. Here we go. Alright, so it is 7 a.m. now, and your boy is hungry. Already ate, but I woke up at like 1 a.m. So, lunchtime, I guess. So, let's go. We're back. Alright, hey, I'm back doing another song that I wrote when I was like 16 years old. First things first, gotta listen to the song, figure out how to play it, figure out the structure, and then map it all out. So let's do that. Alright, so I got the structure part done, I got it all mapped out, but there's this part that's bothering me. Is there's harmonics that the guitar player played at the time. It wasn't me, I played bass in this band. Not sure what it was, and I'm trying to figure out. It's driving me crazy. And I think it goes like this. Nope, it doesn't go like that. Yay! So, you know what's next. Programming them drums, boy. Yeah! Drums are programmed, so let's move on to some guitar. Alright, what's up guys? Getting a little bit of a late start. It's kind of a rough morning because kid has just been giving me a hard time. I think she just needs to get out and it needs to warm up, and COVID needs to just be over. It's been affecting me and my wife a lot, which kind of bleeds over into my kid. I had 2 people that I thought were my friends both hit me up and were like, hey, there's this job, blah blah blah. One person I was like, I'm not sure what that is, like, what is it? And he left me on red. And my other friend just, I sent a resume, spent time doing the I need to do to apply for the job, and he stopped replying to me. It's like, okay, well, I guess the job was taken. I guess the job was filled. Thanks for letting me know. So I'm sitting here, I have this idea for a song. I don't want to do the things I feel I have to do, but I can't do nothing. I'm trying to think of like different chord progressions and words. I came up with 3 lines. I need a 4th line for that like verse part. And the 3rd line I say, but I can't do nothing. And my instinct is to write something like, but I have to do something, like rhyme nothing with something. It's like a secondary rhyme, I guess, but I'm trying to think out of the box more and push my limits a little bit more because I want to try and do something different than what I would normally do, you know? I don't want to do the things I don't want to do the things I have to do. I need an extra syllable. I have to do, but I can't do nothing till I find a peace of mind. Peace of mind. Feel I find peace of mind. This is one of those songs I'm like, it's working. I feel like, okay, this is something that's working. But now I feel like I'm forcing it. But a lot of times I write something, I record it, and I'm like, this is poop. And I'll think about it for a while, and then I come back to it, and I'm like, yo, this was awesome. So I like to try and keep moving with it if I can. Okay, so I think I have a good idea of a structure. And the way I came up with that is every time I hear songs like on the radio and stuff that I like the structure or a riff or whatever, I have one big note on my phone and it syncs up with my computer. I can write it down and no matter where I'm at, I can like update that. And I'll go through that sometimes. Like one of the notes I have is write a song with a guitar solo as a second verse instead of lyrics. So it's like stuff like that. Like I got that idea from somewhere, but then I'm kind of like vague about it enough that when I see that, I'm like, oh, that I could come up with my own kind of thing, even though it's like I got the idea from somewhere else. It was enough to spark something to keep the song moving, if that makes sense. Now I'm gonna open up my recording program, Pro Tools, and I'm gonna start messing with tempos to see what works. I feel like that riff I came up with could really be like the main catchy part of the song, so I'm gonna try and find a tempo that works with. So now, one of the biggest things for me, of all these creative ideas flowing, so I made my own template in my recording software. I use Pro Tools, but this will work with anything that you use. I made my own template that I can just import in this session. So I have a completely blank session, and on Pro Tools, if you're curious, it's Option-Shift-I to import session data. Actually, this is a song I was working on my throwback album that I'm just gonna use as a template. And I just import all the tracks without any of the audio or anything like that, none of the settings, just the tracks. So this way, as I get the ideas, I can record them. My drums are already set up in a way that I like, and my guitar and bass and stuff, and I can kind of tweak it from there. And I kind of make it as simple as possible. So this here is the input to this tuner, and I can plug my guitar or bass right into it. And then the output of this goes to the input of my interface. Now my guitars I have going on to input 1 right here, and if I happen to record bass, all I got to do is unplug this cable. Right now it's plugged into a guitar, but I can plug it into my bass guitar, and then the output is this cable here. So then I just unplug it and I plug it in to the input of my Sans amp, because that's what I use a lot for my bass. And then the output of this goes to input 3 in the back, input 3 of my interface. And then I also do the same thing. I can't remember what it is, but I have something on input 2, and then I think my main vocal is on input 4, and then my backing vocals is on input 5. I use this microphone a lot that's covered up, this one right here, for my lead vocals a lot, and then I use this one a lot for my backing vocals. This microphone's not on right now, but you can see it has a lot of different polar patterns I can choose from. So a lot of times for lead vocals, I just use the cardioid pattern, but then I use this microphone a lot for my backing vocals, and you can see I was using an omnidirectional pattern before, but then I can change them too depending on what kind of backing vocals I'm doing. If you look at my recording software, this is the mix window in Pro Tools. Here's the edit window. Right here I have like 3 different rhythm guitar tracks. I have them set up that way so I can pick and choose different like tones I already have set up that I kind of like. And then as you can see as well, it's the same thing here with this bass track, input 4. I already have some settings that I like. The lead vocal over here, same thing, backing vocals, etc. I already have the inputs on. All I gotta do is plug in my guitar, hit record arm, and then hit record, and I can start recording my idea. Okay, so now I have my guitar coming through. I'm gonna set these levels real quick with the click in the guitar. Okay, so that level's pretty good, but the one thing I want to do, I think the tempo is way too slow. I'm pretty sure every recording program has this, but Pro Tools has this feature where you can tap the tempo. I think I'm going to start with that riff and try and build the tempo of the song around that. So I was kind of thinking like, oops. So I think this is my tempo. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I tapped it in Pro Tools and it's telling me it's about 132. So now if I set my tempo in Pro Tools to 132 BPM, I'm going to play it and then try it and see if it is good, if it needs to be faster or slower. That might be slow, but I'm not sure what I want to do for a chorus yet. So I'm just going to try and figure out what I want to do for a chorus, and then I'm just going to keep playing to this click and then just see what I come up with. Okay, so I'm not really feeling the chorus, but I think that riff needs to be a little higher. So it was at 132, so let's just try like, I don't know, a lot of times I just pick like random numbers. So it was at 132. I think it needs to be quite a bit faster, so let's just go with 137. I don't wanna do the things I feel I have to do, but I can't do nothing till I find peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind. I can't do nothing till I find a peace of mind. Alright, I think I have something going, but I kind of changed up the way I sing the melody. So what I like to do in my notes is I like to write it the way that I'm kind of singing it. So I was going like, I don't want to do the things I feel I have to do. So that's kind of like all one line. But to me, it's like, I don't want to do the things I feel I have to do. And my speaker's like going nuts. My speaker is like ready to die, so if you hear a popping, it's my speaker. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. So anyways, I don't wanna do the things I feel I have to do, but I can't do nothing till I find peace of mind, peace of mind. So instead of doing all those lines separately how I was in the beginning of this, I'm gonna write it out like this. I don't wanna do the things I feel I have to do. So like, to me, the way and it doesn't have to make sense for anyone but me, so the way I do it is like, I don't want to do the things I feel. Those are all kind of the same cadence until I get, I don't want to do the things I feel I have to do. In my brain, like, that's how it's working, so I'm separating those lines, and then I go, but I can't do nothing till I find. So I'm gonna change these up and go, but I can't do nothing till I find, and I added an I in there, so, and then peace of mind is gonna, I guess, kind of be like my hook. If this makes sense, like reading these lyrics here. I don't wanna do the things I feel I have to do, but I can't do nothing till I find peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind. Can't do nothing till I find a peace of mind. I don't know. Okay, so now that I feel like I kind of found a tempo and how that riff and that chorus idea that I have is gonna kind of mesh together. Earlier, I kind of came up with an idea for a structure. To be honest, I'm not exactly sure how I do it. I just start playing things and then I kind of flow into the next part. It just kind of comes to me. And like I said, if I get stuck, I'll go to like my notes of ideas. This is kind of what I came up with. So I want to start the song with that guitar riff. I'm not sure if I want to do it open or muted, and then go into a refrain part. So continuing that riff, but the whole band kind of comes in. I wanted to kind of change it up because a lot of times what I do for verses is just open chords or muted chords or just like broken up, like, you know, like. So I thought it'd be cool to kind of keep that riff going. It's not anything groundbreaking, but it's something that I haven't done, at least not for a while. So, and then I just kind of start recording. I don't have an idea for a guitar tone yet, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I just want to get the parts down on the structure. The reason why I do it this way is I like to just keep things moving. So let's start recording the part. I gotta play it well. Dang it. See, this is why I like to have templates and stuff like this, because you have unforeseen problems like this. My computer kept locking up just as I was about to play 2 times. I don't want to have to deal with setting all this stuff up and then getting errors and figuring out my routing and stuff like that in my computer. I want to just have it set up and ready to go, so if there is any hang-ups, it doesn't take any more time from doing the creative stuff, which is what I like to do. It's what I want to do anyways. I don't care about the technical stuff. I want to do the creative stuff. Okay, so now I have pretty much all the guitars laid out and the bass, so just so I can keep everything organized, I'm gonna put markers at the beginning of every single part. Then I'm gonna start programming some drums. All right, so that's the drums. Just realize how dark and sad this looks. Again, just trying to get the idea down. This is what people call a demo. To me, you don't want to put out a demonstration of what you could maybe possibly do, because when a band listens to this, like a demo, for me, when I finish this demo, it's gonna be very rough. I'll listen to it and I hear other things, other production stuff in my head, like maybe other backing vocals. When other people hear that demo, they're not gonna hear that orchestra going in their head. So I just want a demo for me. It's cool like when bands, your favorite band puts out like a demo, maybe before or usually after like what they've already done of a song that you like or an album that you like, because it's cool to hear those transitions, kind of like what I'm doing now with this video. But this is, to me, what a demo is. But that's the drums. I'm kind of not feeling it, and I gotta go get my kids, so probably come back to this Thursday if I'm feeling it, so see you then. And I was halfway through the song, so I'm about to redo all the guitar I did. If you're trying to do a music channel like me, but better, one thing I recommend is